But why vote for someone like Ron DeSantis or even support him in any way, shape, or form when he is targeting your own people? Like, I mean, if you don't love yourself, then so be it. Don't love yourself. I would say suggest some things, but I might get in trouble by YouTube. But if you don't love yourself, go deal with yourself when no one's watching. And I'm pretty sure nobody will miss you. But why continue to have your own people suffer because you think you're better than your own people? So I have a genuine question for a lot of people. It's not really just black people I'm asking this, but especially for immigrants, you know what I'm saying? Why do people feel the need to vote against their own people's interests? Like, I understand, you know, you might have your own personal successes you want to reach or maintain, and sometimes that is okay. Being a little selfish, I think it's cool. You know what I'm saying? You need to take care of yourself. I understand that. But when it comes to voting for policies that target your own people in a negative way, why do that? And I'm talking to my Mexican homies. Why do you guys continue? And trust me, black folks, we do that all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even understand that. But why vote for someone like Ron DeSantis or even support him in any way, shape, or form when he is targeting your own people? Like, I mean, if you don't love yourself, then so be it. Don't love yourself. I would say suggest some things, but I might get in trouble by YouTube. But if you don't love yourself, go deal with yourself when no one's watching. And I'm pretty sure nobody will miss you. But why continue to have your own people suffer because you think you're better than your own people? And like I say, black folks, we do the same damn thing. You think you're better than some of your own people, so you want to try to prove to yourself or prove to other people like you're not like them. I'm not like these Mexican people, or I'm not like these black people. I'm a better version of whatever race, you know, insert race. You are not. And you will quickly learn. I don't know how long you've been in America. I don't know how much of an understanding you have of the culture and the history of America, but soon enough, you're going to find out that you are just as brown or you just as black as everyone else you think you're better at, than you think you're better than. You're going to find that out quick. So I jumped the gun a little bit. I kind of got into it. Let's go ahead, watch this short clip, and just see, just try to see why people will vote against their own interests, and these policies and these policy makers are specifically targeting your people. Let's go ahead and watch, and let's have that conversation.
200 new laws signed by Governor Ron DeSantis take effect today, impacting guns, abortion, and education. One new law is prompting people to leave the state. Immigration legislation that imposes some of the nation's toughest penalties on undocumented immigrants. Manuel Bajorquez explains.
The run-up to the new law has sparked protests by immigrant workers, from those in the tourism and hospitality industry to those who work in agricultural fields. We recently met Yvette Cruz of the Farm Workers Association of Florida at an okra field south of Miami.
We are hearing people that are starting to leave we're just going to keep seeing that more as the law will take effect.
She's referring to reports that some migrant workers are leaving the state, abandoning farms and construction projects. The new law invalidates out-of-state driver's licenses of undocumented immigrants, includes harsh penalties for those who hire them or transport them, which critics say can include family members. And it requires hospitals that get Medicaid funds to ask for a patient's immigration status. Republican governor and presidential candidate Ron DeSantis said the legislation is needed due to what he considers the Biden administration's failure to secure the border.
Now, at the end of the day, you wouldn't have the illegal immigration problem if you didn't have a lot of people that were facilitating this in our country.
Oh,
but for farm workers like Ofelia Aguilar, who is undocumented but has children who are U.S. citizens, the new law sparks fear of separation.
So you have an 8-year-old child too?
Yeah, yo no lo voy a dejar a cargo de nadie. Si yo me voy, mi hijo se va.
She said she recently fell off a truck while on the job and was bedridden with a back injury for 2 weeks, but did not seek medical care for fear she'd be asked about her immigration status.
So that's your biggest fear. Ese es su temor más grande.
Claro, el menor.
Por eso prefiere usted estar en cama?
Sí, que irme a la emergencia.
You'd rather just wait it out in bed, try to heal yourself, than go to the emergency room.
The Florida Policy Institute estimates nearly 10% of workers in Florida's most labor-intensive industries are undocumented. Employers and workers uncertain about the future the new law will bring. Manuel Bojorquez, CBS News.
Oh, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Let's go ahead and flip this back here. So, I'm pretty sure what you're thinking is, well, you know, Mr. Superior, like, this is what the law is supposed to do, is to make sure that people are here, documented, they're not crossing illegally, and this, that, and the third. I get it. We need borders, we need boundaries, we need laws, we need rules. I understand that. But if Ron DeSantis, and this is even from a political standpoint, if he wants to make people's lives better, wouldn't, especially he's running for president, wouldn't he propose something or create something in Florida, because they're already trying to be like their own like country. I don't know what they're doing. Wouldn't he propose something that will make it easier and more qualifiable when it comes to immigration? I mean, wouldn't that be the answer to both of these solutions? Because I'm telling you, if you live in Florida and you watching this, it's going to suck if 10% of the labor force jobs that you don't want to do. I've done something similar to that, and you don't want to work those kind of jobs. If they leave, Florida and other places are screwed. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why Florida and places like that have such a large undocumented immigration labor force is because it's cheaper pay. So like, that's a whole nother conversation on its own, because these corporations are the reason why undocumented people are coming over and staying here, because these people are giving them jobs. But of course, you know, we're not going to see Republicans targeting these big corporations, because like, that's messing with their own money. But anyway, it will make sense if our government actually got off their hands and created sensible, understandable, logical immigration reform. Like, wouldn't that solve this entire problem? But no, you know why they don't want to do that, and specifically why Ron DeSantis doesn't care about that? Because he knows how to tap into the evils of his own supporters. Hey, let's go ahead and make a scapegoat. Let's use these immigrants for the reason why nobody can be successful, or why people in Florida are going through the hardships that they're going through. Let's blame it on the immigrants, the undocumented immigrants. It's their fault. So let's I'm going to not only fight wokeism, which whatever the hell that means, let's go ahead and instead of trying to make citizens of these hardworking people, because I guarantee 9 times out of 10 these people are working harder than you did your whole life. I guarantee it, hands down, like 630. I guarantee it. But no, let's not do that. Let's make it more unlivable for these people. Let's target them as the problem to America's problems. No. People like Ron DeSantis is the reason why America is failing, because they don't want to help people. They want to help themselves. So what they're going to continue to do is dehumanize, demonize, and make less than out of whoever is, I guess, is at arm's reach at the moment. Right now it's immigrants. Next month it might be back to gay people and trans people. Then at some point it's going to be black people, because, you know, we got to circle a rag every few times. So right now, around this time of year, immigrants is taking everybody's jobs. Immigrants are taking up all the seats in schools. Immigrants are nothing but rapists and murderers and drug dealers. It is the same story over and over. And these people are just trying to come over because, I mean, it's the American dream, right? Isn't that the whole point? They ain't messing with nobody. They minding their business. They just trying to get some money and live life. And if Ron DeSantis and people like him are in a position of power, the more sensible thing to do is to help these people. But no, like I said, that's boring. Helping people is boring. Like, you're not gonna get no votes. You're not gonna get clickable videos for YouTube. You're not going to be the fiery politician where, you know, he's always on TV for the crazy things he says. No, helping people and trying to benefit the larger portion of America is boring. And it may not even be profitable. Because why? Nobody wants to see someone helping somebody else on a large scale like that. It's too boring. And that's why my channel is never going to blow up like it should, because, you know, I'm not attacking my brothers and sisters. I'm not attacking my Mexican homies. No. You know what I'm saying? So once again, if you find yourself voting for someone like Ron DeSantis, who is creating and proposing laws that targets your own people in a negative way, I need you to jump off a bridge and hold your breath on the way down, head first. Okay, like that's just me thinking, just randomly. I'm just kind of brainstorming here. Do everybody a favor, okay? Because the world will be a better place without you, and I can almost guarantee that. But once again, if you think I'm just going overboard, if you think I'm just being emotional and just don't know let me know. Let me know in the comments on what I was incorrect about. And like always, let's have that conversation.
Thank you for listening, and don't forget to join the conversation by subscribing. Make sure to tune in next time, and like always, power to you, power to me, power to the people, power to the pod.